Hello sir, welcome back. Sorry, that's my phone. Right now I'm going to explain JavaScript syntax, statements, comments and variables. Now based on the tabs above, this may look a lot, but it is simple. I'll try my best to explain to you in the simplest ways possible. So right now let's start with JavaScript programs. So a computer program is a list of instructions to be executed by the computer. We all know that. In a programming language, these program instructions are called statements. JavaScript is a programming language, and the statements of JavaScript are separated by semicolons. Let's see if we have the example here. Okay, this is the example, and as we look in a more broader way, JavaScript statements are separated by semicolons. It is not here, but I'll show you. In the script below, the first statement declares the variables x, y, and z. So you declare the variables first. There are three, x, y, and z. And the second statement assigns the literal value 5 to x. And third, so as you see, x is assigned as number 5 and y is 6. So in this code, if you want to display x, it will display 5. You want to display y, you want to display y, it will display 6. And x and y are added and assigned into z. Z is the sum of x and y. Finally, the value of z is displayed in the paragraph below 11. So, if this code runs, this will appear. This is how a JavaScript program works. In HTML, JavaScript programs are executed by the web browser. This is for your information. And statements. Statements are composed of values, operators, expressions, keywords, and comments. I will explain comments, operators maybe in the upcoming video. So stay tuned. And values. The JavaScript syntax defines two types of values, fixed and variable. Fixed values are called literals. Variable values are called variables. Now let's go to literals. The most important rules for writing fixed values are numbers are written with or without decimal. Let's see if we have a no. Okay. I think we don't need an example. We can just see here. You can write numbers with or without decimal, and strings can be written with double or single quote. There's no problem, it's still a string. And let's go to variables. Variables are used to store data values. JavaScript uses the var, var. Take note of this. This var keyboard to declare variables. Excuse me. And an equal sign is used to assign values to variable. So as you can see here, if x equals to 6, x is 6. Okay, sorry, I keep going here because I'm checking which of the examples are these. So this is how a variable works. First, you write a variable and an alphabet. So x is a variable and you assign a value to x. Now let's go on with operators. What is operators? These are operators, mathematical operators, plus, minus, star which is multiply, and a slash which is divide. Also, there's an assignment operator. This is arithmetic operators, you can call them that way. And there are assignment operators, which is equal sign. So, this is 5 plus 6 times 10. So, the answer, you would think it's 110. Yes, you're right, because calculations in bracket must be done first. So you get 11. 11 times 10, 110. And this is an assignment operator like I showed above. As you can see, assign two variables, assign each value to the variable. Let's go on with expressions. Expressions is a combination of values, variables, operators which computes to a value. This computation is called an evaluation. For example, 5 times 10 evaluates to 50. So 50 is an evaluation. Expressions can be also contain variable values. For example, x times 10. Now as you take a look here, yep, now we got it. This is an example of an expression using a variable value. So a variable is created, a value is assigned to it, and then you carry out the function which is x 5 times 10, which is 50. Done. The values can be various types such as numbers and strings. For example, John plus a bit of space plus Doe equals to John Doe. Notice the space in the middle. This is because we have added a space there. See here, John, there's a space plus Doe, John Doe. So this is for numbers, variables and strings. This is JavaScript expressions. Oops, did I do something? Okay, sorry. And let's go with keywords. JavaScript keywords are used to identify actions to be performed. The var keyboard tells the browser to create a variable. So this is an example. This is a keyword. This keyword allows x to be a variable. There are some more keywords that we will take a look later. This is JavaScript comments. Not all JavaScript statements are executed. Code after double slashes or between this slash and a star is treated as a comment. Comments are ignored and will not be executed. For example, this code will be executed because there is no double quote in front. However, I will be executed won't be executed because there's a double quote here. For information, even if you put the double quote after the code, if you double quote after the code, some tongue twisting there, the code will still run. The double quote must be in front of each code so that it will not be executed. It will be a mute code. And identifiers. Identifiers are names. In JavaScript, identifiers are used to name variables. So identifiers are simple, underscore or dollar sign to add a bit of an appearance. And JavaScript is case sensitive. All JavaScript identifiers are case sensitive. The variables last name and last name are two different variables. Notice that this last name, has a capital letter of N and this has a small letter N. So I don't have the example, but I can explain it to you. So if you want to see this name, if you want to display last name, it will only show Doe, not Peterson. Even though the name is same, the spelling is not the spelling, the punctuation is different because this has a capital letter, this has a small letter. Also, JavaScript does not interpret var or var as the keyword. That means only this var can be used. This one and this will not be used. It will be seen as a regular word. You can use it for to have a name for your new function or variable. Okay, this is JavaScript and camel case. Historically, programmers have used different ways of joining multiple words into one variable name. For example, first name, last name, MasterCard, they use the dash. Hyphens are not allowed in JavaScript. It is reserved for subtractions. So this one is only used as an arithmetic operator.